Yo, homies. Better turn this down. Cranking some corn while I'm in the truck. So I'm waiting to meet somebody tonight, and it's Thursday, and it's Reber Live night. And I missed Monday. I just forgot we had people over for Labor Day, and I blew it. So anyway, um, so I have a couple minutes here, and my guess is that my phone's going to ring. He's probably going to call me, text me, and it's going to screw this whole recording or this whole live thing. But anyway, I'm going to just take a couple minutes and talk briefly about having meetings, W-M-E-E. See, a W is an upside down M, so I was kind of right. M-E-E-T-I-N-S. By the way, I'm sporting the new Motor shirt. Come on, who doesn't want to buy one of those things, huh? Bam. Live Unafraid, baby. All right, so I want to talk about meetings for a couple minutes because there's a theme. I'm going to try to lift my phone up here in my truck. Ooh, it might work. Look at that. Ooh, yes, it's working. So I'm having a ton of conversations lately with people's contractors who are going through agony in their lives and in their businesses, okay? And the thing that it keeps commenting down to, is that a word? Not sure, is they're not having a regular powwow with people each week, okay? So, let me really close here so that you can look into my eye. Actually, one of my eyes, I forget which one it is, has cool specks in it, but anyway. I've been told that. So, I'm just cracking myself because I'm such a winner. You have to have meetings, okay? If you're having problems in your business, if projects are not getting done on time, if you're waking up and you're going, holy crap, we don't have any more work calendar, and things like that, chances are is you're not taking time each and every week to pull your people together and just have a short meeting, you guys. I'm talking 30 minutes, 45 minutes to an hour tops. And talk about operations, talk about sales, talk about lead flow, talk about the schedule, things like that. Get everyone on board. Talk about money. All right? If you're an owner in the business, you've got to be having a money meeting every week with your bookkeeper, all right, or your partner, or yourself. I don't care. You have to be looking at this stuff. And so let me give you off the top of my head, because I'm out and about here today. I don't have it to print off and read. I have a basic agenda, like a operations meeting, weekly meeting type agenda. I love to follow, and if you follow this, you'll be like 100% better off than you are right now if you're having problems. All right. So first, let me call a timeout and let you know that I hate meetings. I have the attention span. All right, I have the attention span of like a squirrel with ADD, okay? So meetings are not fun to me. However, what's fun to me is a profit and, things going well and me not being around in the hamster wheel, okay, all the time. And so I've learned to make meetings my friend. So here's my template for you. Say you're going to have a weekly meeting on Wednesdays at 7 a.m., okay? Treat it like you would treat any other appointment in your business. Be there, you show up, and you expect everyone to be there. At least, the top level foreman and above in a business, okay? Spend the first 5 minutes or so, 7 to 7:05. You're hugging each other, you're shaking hands, you're pouring coffee, you're having a bagel. Make it fun. Bring food into it. All right? Have a good time. This is not something that's dreaded for your team. 7:05, sit down and spend the next 15 minutes going over the past, the present, and the future, those jobs that are going on. So, for instance, if I'm a foreman in my company, I would go the past. Last week, I finished the Reber job. It was for 100 hours. I finished it in 104 hours. It's paid, job costing's done, and collected the check, we're good to go. Boom, I'm done. It's just factual, okay? Goes to the next guy, okay? The past. Hey, I was on the Smith job. It was bid for 100 hours, and finished in 90. We had one issue, and I'm working out of time for her to go back and resolve the issue. But other than that, we were on budget. Everything was good. Okay, so that's the present. You go around all your forms and you do that. Second, the past. Next is the present. Okay, and so let's say I report on that job that I did last week, but now I'm working on a new job this week, and I'm running a job. And so I'm going to say, hey, I'm currently on the job. It was bid for 100. We used 24 man hours, and we are on track to finish Friday at 4 o'clock, and we will have hit or beat the hours. I don't see any foreseeable issues coming up. Move to the next guy. This is not a time to have a dialogue. It's not a time to fix problems. We're just gathering information. Everyone goes around and does that. And then the future is where salesperson or the owner, whoever sells the job, is going to say, I want to talk about the future. So guys, listen, in 2 weeks, Bill, you and your team are going to have the Reber job. It was bid 100 man hours. I broke down how the time is going to go, what I thought we'd use for material, what's going to be needed, some of the issues were, what her pain was, what their pleasure is, what they're hoping to accomplish from this job. So for instance, when I say pain or pleasure, a lot of times as a salesperson, you're going to go, hey, Mrs. Reber, Mrs. Jones, what's the worst thing that can happen on this project? And I actually had this happening. The woman said to me, I have twins, and they sleep from 2 to 3 every day, and if you wake them up, I will rip your face off, okay? That is the worst thing that could ever happen for the customer, was to wake the baby up. So that's pretty important, okay? Pretty important to know what those issues are if you're a foreman, okay? So make sure that as a salesperson, you go, hey, the future, this is what's happening. Communicate those things, you put them in writing, but you at least put on your guy's radar and you say, hey, listen, you need to call them and make sure that everything's set up. Here's the material list, whatever. So past, present, future. Then, that's 15 minutes, guys. You can go quick, depending on the size of your company. Then, move into, right now, what we were 7:04, now we're 7:20. 7:20 to 7:35, 7:40 is training. You could train a product, a new product. You can train on a method that you're going to do things. You can train how to upsell and do some role plays. You can train on, what can we train on? Safety training is huge. Hey, guys, this is how you use eye protection and, not blow your eye out with a stapler like I did once. Okay? By the way, everything that comes out of my mouth has been experienced by me. Okay, anyway. So many things that we can train. So the way we say we don't have time to train. We do have time to train. Guys, this is how we accept a credit card. This is how we do a pre-job. This is how we close out a job. This is how we mask off cabinets. Train. Role play. 15, 20, about a 20-minute period. All right. The last few minutes, you can open it up for any other discussion that your team might have or problems. I highly recommend that you make part of this meeting praise, okay, is pat people on the back. If one of your foremen or one of your employees did something really kick-ass, take some time and recognize them in front of the team. So guys, this meeting, keep the meeting fun. This isn't a time to reprimand people. It's not a time, to be the ogre boss. This is the time to build momentum in your business, get everyone on the same page. Just like a football team huddles between plays, all right? We need to huddle at least once a week, preferably once a day for a couple minutes out on the job. All right, so I fully believe that if you want to build a good team, it takes at least 3 things, okay? Well, four things. No, this is 3, this is 4. First thing is, as a leader, your people need to feel safe with you, all right? They need to feel safe. Move that aside. The 3 things I believe you need to have a strong team. Number 1 is accountability. And guys, I got all this from the military. I got all this from the Marine Corps. Accountability is huge. You have to have accountability because winners, they want to know they're winning and they like being on the hook for things. One of the reasons I'm an entrepreneur is because I want to sink or swim based on my own efforts. And your people are no different, okay? Winners are no different. They want to be held accountable. And this meeting that you have each week is going to bring everyone together, and they're going to have to sit there and have all their peers in front of you and everybody and give an account for how they have ran their job. That's huge, okay? So accountability. Second thing is huge. Right? In the Marine Corps, it's really cool when you get something pinned on your chest, a medal, ribbon, an award, an expert marksman badge. Okay, you were recognized by your peers for doing a kick-ass job. It's no different again in a contracting business. You want to be accountable for what you're doing. You want to be recognized for that. We want stuff pinned on our chest. All right, people are looking at me like I'm a psycho because I'm sitting in my truck talking to myself, and I'm doing this, and they're like, "What's his problem?" Anyway, so recognize your people. All right, years ago, one of our foremen, his name was Nathan. We had this, I think it was a dog got loose in the house and ran through paint trays and ran on the furniture and ran on the carpets, and it was crazy. And Nathan grabbed the other guys on the team and he said, "Hey, throw some wet rags on everything, keep everything wet, I'll be right back." He ran to Home Depot, got a shampooed everything, and he was a total hero. We made a point to recognize that in the next meeting that we had in front of his peers, and I forget what we gave him, but you should give people things and recognize them and pat them on the back when they do a good job. Third thing, all right, so we had accountability, we had recognition, and the third thing, it worked out. Let me work the other way. First thing, see, it's squirrel moments I was talking about, is accountability. Second thing, keep you up. The second thing is recognition, and the third thing is having fun. All right, things I learned in the Marine Corps is having fun, and you're working out together, and you're fighting together, barroom brawls or whatever the heck's going on, playing sports. You're laughing, you're eating food, having a couple beers, whatever. All right, that's fun. Winners want to be in an environment where there's fun and there's a atmosphere being built. Okay, so don't neglect that. Okay, don't neglect the fun aspect. One of the mistakes I've made in my own life, my own business, is I get so focused on the profit or where I want to go as a business, what my next goal is, that I forget to celebrate and I don't have a good time. Okay, so make sure that these meetings are focused around recognition or accountability, recognition, and fun, and I promise you that your people will want to perform better. Okay, so to recap, because I know some people are jumping on here late. First of all, I went early tonight because I'm meeting somebody. Looking at my watch, sorry. I'm meeting somebody, and I just want to get this done tonight. All right, so do not neglect the time, the hour a week, to bring your team together and have a meeting, have a powwow, whatever you want to call it, to get everyone on the same page. Another good thing that is awesome to do, and I know Steve Schenzer over at Premier Ponds does this, is I think about probably once a quarter, he has what he calls truth hike. And him and his team, they go on a hike for a few hours, they take a half a day, and they go out, and as they're walking, each person is sharing, hey, what I like about the business and what I don't like about the business. And you're not all looking at each other, but as you're just hiking and walking and you're talking, no judgment, nobody's in the doghouse, but everyone has an opportunity to get the crap off their chest that's bothering them. And then when they get back, deal with it and they work it out. And that bonded their team together. So think like that. So it's good, to have your weekly meetings in the same time, same place every week. Also good once a quarter to get out of the normal, routine of the day or of the week. Get your people away where they think they can be themselves. They're in a safe place, and they can just share what's really going on in their minds. And I promise you will have a stronger team. You will keep winners around in your business longer, and you'll make more dead presidents, which is really cool for everybody in the organization. So, guys, that run. Thank you for taking, the last 15 minutes or so and hanging out with me tonight. Have a great day. Happy New Year, birthday, Hanukkah, and anything else that's coming up right now. and we'll see you guys next time on Reber Live.